And we're back with Password. I wasn't planning to take quite a break there, but things got in the way. But we're back now. We're going to carry on with Tyson's route. So we've got this one, probably one more video after this, and then we'll be up to where, as I'm recording, the current public update goes to for the routes we're doing. So the new patron update is coming out in maybe a couple of hours at the moment. So we'll wait till that goes public, and then I'll know where we're going for the videos and the routes after this. It's a lot to look forward to. But for now, let's get going with Tyson's Day 5. When morning came, I felt as though I could have just rolled over and gone back to sleep. It hadn't been an easy night, but much like waking up the first time, something told me I wasn't getting back to sleep. May as well get up. I had a shower, got dressed and checked my phone. No new messages, no updates from any of my apps. I made my way downstairs. Seems as though I was the first one to arrive too. Why didn't I stay in bed? I sat down, face buried in my hands as I tried to wake up. Having a rough morning? You have no idea. Oh, a rough night as well? I feel like something woke me up last night. No idea what. Oh? Did something go bump in the night? Orlando was worrying about ghosts before he went to bed, but I haven't seen him yet. There might have been some sort of noise. Seemed very quiet last night though. I've noticed a lot of the rooms seem to be naturally soundproofed. I'm not sure how or why, but just what I've noticed. That would probably explain the lack of sound. Still, probably not the case if you heard something from outside of your room loud enough to wake you. That, or maybe your room wasn't soundproofed. I don't remember hearing anything last night at least. Maybe I just dreamt it. Hoss sat down at the table, pulling out his phone and using the camera to fix his mane. He'd always been very conscious of his looks, but for how early it still was, this was ridiculous. It made me feel a little self-conscious, but at least I'd showered and made an effort to look somewhat presentable. By comparison, though... Morning! Dean, despite the cheery greeting, punctuated with a loud, unrestrained yawn immediately after. Morning! Tyson too looked rough, but given how late he was up last night, it's no wonder he looked a mess. The fact the pair of them weren't at least at each other's throats must have meant they were past the point of being coffee cranky and almost oblivious to one another. Not that I was complaining. You guys sleep well? No, probably have to take a nap later. Yeah, my night was pretty terrible. Well, that sucks. I'll get the coffee going, I guess. Dean shuffled off, looking no better than tired, but at least more functional. Maybe I should suck up to Dean for some of that coffee. What's this? Tyson's considering being nice? Aye, keep that up, I'll just skip my morning workout. With a huff, Ty took a seat next to me and sank into it, folding his arms and settled into the wait for coffee. Then Sal arrived, towel in hand. Morning. Looked like he's planning on going for a swim again. Morning swim? Breakfast first. Are you going to be doing anything other than swimming while we're here? Gym, weights, after lunch. I felt Ty shift next to me. Someone wasn't overly keen with that idea, I gathered, possibly struggling with the prospect of having to share the space he claimed as his. Sounds like a plan, Sal. Maybe I'll see you down there, or maybe Ty can keep you company. Ty elbowed me in the side, saying nothing. Maybe. Sal then went and sat down nearby, looking about the room, seemingly waiting. Soon after, Orlando and Dean entered at the same time, both from the kitchen. Guess what I have? Coffee! Dean took the chair next to me, sliding the coffee across me before setting the rest of it off to the side. From the corner of my eye, I could see Tyson eyeing it off without wanting to directly ask Dean. Oh man, that hits the spot. I poured Ty a cup and took my first sip. Glorious, invigorating liquid ambrosia. A morning, anyone hungry? Orlando didn't bother waiting for anyone to respond before laying food out on the table. Hold on, where's Roswell? Still asleep? Must be. Oh, what a lucky guy. I would have loved to sleep in. Did anyone see him come home last night? You don't think... He's not lost in the forest, is he? Well, that's bad if he is. It's pretty thick. If he is there a way of knowing? Oh, unlikely. We can't go searching either. Well, we could. We possibly end up just as lost depending on how far he got. What to do? Nothing we can't really do until he shows up, I guess. What about Benson? Should we ask him? How long should we wait before we get the police involved? How about we have breakfast, search the mansion, and if we can't find him, we'll wait until nightfall before contacting the police. We're going to need our engine in the search anyway. If he's in the forest now, who knows if he's already on his way back? I could have just gone for a morning walk. Well, that too. We just don't know. Well, okay. We ate our breakfast with relative haste compared to any other morning and set off in search of Roswell. We all split up and checked the house. We searched for a good hour before meeting back in the foyer. So, no sign of Roswell from you guys? Nope, at least I couldn't find him anywhere. Oh, it's odd though, right? You'd think he'd be around somewhere. Yeah, right? Well, not many places he could be. Oh, not wrong there. Well, we all checked different places. Don't think he'd deliberately hide from us. Oh, I sent him a message. No reply. Well, he's got to be somewhere, right? Could he still be in the forest after all? Oh, bad, but possible. Well, I didn't really want to go check, but I suppose if any of us I'm the most suited, right? What, you going to try sniffing me out? No, I don't need my nose to navigate the woods. If he's out there, I'll find him. Didn't really want to go in there, but if it can't be helped. Whoa, hold on, there he is. Hoss's comment came suddenly, excitedly pointing towards the back door. We filed out into the backyard, meeting up with Roswell as he drew ever closer. You look pretty rough, buddy. Where have you been? Were you outside this whole time? I'm okay, really, just tired. Any possibility of us believing him went out the window when he started coughing. Whoa, that doesn't sound so great. Let's get you inside. With Roswell still coughing up his lungs, Orlando guided him back inside. Hoss and I followed, the others seemingly backing off to give him some space. Geez, that cough is bad. Seems like he has a fever too. Do we have anything for that, like aspirin or something? Maybe, I'll go have a look. Oh, I'll make tea. That coughing has got to hurt your throat. I feel bad that people are going through so much trouble for me. Where were you, anyway? I was out in the woods. It got dark before I thought it would and got lost. Didn't want to risk stumbling around and injuring myself. That'd probably have been worse, yeah. Still, I didn't think it'd get that cold out there, or at least cold enough that you'd get sick. Well, it was pretty cold out there, I'm not going to lie. Orlando and Hoss came back, bringing them both tea and medicine for Roswell. It was clear Roswell needed more rest, though, a fresh change of clothes and a shower at the very least. Orlando wasted no time in ushering Roswell out of the kitchen, presumably taking him upstairs. Well, I'm sure Roswell's in good hands now. I think I'm going to take a brief cat nap. Want me to wait you for dinner? Oh no, that's fine. I don't plan to sleep the day away. Alright, well, I'll see you later then. I watched Hoss leave and looked around the kitchen one last time before heading out myself. I found myself waiting in the foyer. Oh, hey Tyson. Wait, where's your shirt? Took it off. Well, sure, but why? What, am I not allowed? I'm not saying that. Oh, so you do want me shirtless? Imagine what Dean would say. Hey, that's not very fair. Ah, sure, fair. What do you two even have in common? You two haven't fucked, I bet. Only reason he's still around, I'm guessing. Whoa, dude, what the hell? What? Dean and I have plenty in common, thanks. What's your deal? My deal? Ah, nothing. Forget about it. I'm sorry. Something was up, but I couldn't quite place my hand on it. Still, Tyson apologising was out of character, so perhaps it was better to just move on with the conversation. Alright, well, what are you going to do now you're shirtless? I don't know. What are you going to be doing? I haven't given much thought after Roswell turned up. Oh yeah, what's up with him anyway? Well, apparently he spent last night in the woods. Pretty sick. No shit. Huh. Well, that's pretty reckless. Doesn't strike me the outdoorsy type. Well, no, you're right there. As far as I remember, he's been a nerd forever. Well, at least before he moved away. Turned just as much as one, though. Hey, if Roswell was a nerd, I was just as much of one, right? Nah, you were cool. I began thinking back to what we were like as kids. You're not going to go all spacey while you stand there, are you? Huh? Come on, pup, upstairs. Then you can do your zoning out thing without looking like a freak in the middle of the foyer. Tyson led the way upstairs to his room, diving onto his bed and bouncing onto his back, reclining and getting comfortable. Alright, go on, you're good now. I sat on the edge of his bed thinking back to what school was like. Roswell and I had been friends as long as I could remember, even went to the same school together. Move it, loser! I shivered thinking back to just how bad Tyson was back then. He is the epitome of a school bully in the most violent of ways. It went from shoving and hitting other kids, resulting in being forced to stay inside while others went out to play. There might have been a suspension or two. When Roswell moved away, Tyson's favourite target was gone, so his attention seemed to drift around a few others. Oi, give me your lunch money. He's one of those kids that seemed to grow faster than the others, and was just that little bit stronger, a little more headstrong, otherwise just intimidating to be around. Hey, kid. Who, me? Yeah, you. Hand over your lunch money. Hand over lunch money? And he hadn't realised I really do not like Tyson, so we're not. Any hesitation to be upon you, he learned quick that going for your ears and pulling hard or even just jabbing you right in the nose worked a treat. There were many kids that I remember ended up crying mess on the floor for he got what he wanted and he walked off afterwards as if nothing had happened. But while Tyson and I had interacted to some extent quite young, it wasn't until high school that we really started talking. I remember it being a fairly big deal too. Some sort of scuffle between one of the rich kids and him apparently ended up with the parents getting involved. Rumour had it he'd hospitalised the kid, was looking at expulsion, at least as far as what Orlando had let me in on. I found him sitting around the back of the school when I was getting ready to head home. He looked like a mess. Daddy's going to kill me. I had to admit, seeing Tyson as miserable as he'd made me wasn't as enjoyable as I thought it'd be. He'd clearly been crying and tugging at his fur. I was almost scared about what would happen if I approached. But Dave being the kind of hyena he is, I must have been nuts walking up to him in such a state. No sooner had I taken my first step than he'd gotten to his feet, snarling. I approached until I was close enough to be just out of arm's reach. You okay? He looked me over, eyes narrowing as he did so. You're trying to take the piss. I'll be your facing if you think you're being funny. No, you just, you looked miserable. Oh, fuck you. You don't know what you think you saw. Just get out of here. I'm not in the mood. Is this about those rumours? Are you getting expelled for something? None of your fucking business. Okay, well, if you're sure. I think it'd be best to leave while he's given me the chance and bailed. I didn't see him again until later that evening. He looked a wreck, fur even more dishevelled than when I'd seen him at school. Looked like the both of us had decided to go for an after-dinner walk. I must have held his attention for too long as he made a beeline to me and shoved me. Hey, what was that for? You better not have squealed about how you saw me at school. What? No, of course not. Good. What I hadn't told him is Orlando had called me after I'd gotten home and told me about what might have happened. So, that thing at school?
You can just start something.
No, it's not true, is it, that you're getting expelled?
What do you think? Been on my last strike for a while now. This stage I don't even care. Already got my beating from Dad, so may as well just let it happen now.
And suddenly what I'd heard him say in his appearance now made sense. Tyson didn't even say anything in response and just gave me a long, hard stare. Oh.
Don't worry about it.
Apparently the rich kid Tyson had bullied was a family friend of Orlando's, belonging to another wealthy dragon family. Turns out Orlando's dad had had enough of his son being bullied and called in a favour. So,
What?
I think I might be able to get you out of trouble, maybe.
No shit?
I mean, the kid's parents have it out for you from what I've been told.
Well, great.
But I can try and explain it to the principal tomorrow, on one condition.
You fucker, what do you want?
I want a free pass. You don't come after me, I stay out of your way.
What's stopping me from just beating the information out of you?
Well, we're in public for one, and I could just let you get expelled.
Fine, deal. Maybe a little cool, but only a little.
Next day I had to forcibly drag Orlando to the principal's office to verify my story, although he's none too happy about it.
You done being a dork?
Yeah. Just thinking back to that time I saved your ass from being expelled.
Oh, which one?
The first one.
I can't say I remember.
I never had to carry my books to class from then on, at least.
It was just weight training.
And waiting for me by my locker was adorable, too.
Oi, how else was I going to get my pre-class gains?
Oh, right, which is why you also lingered so we could walk home together.
Dude, we lived on the same street.
I turned and pinched his cheeks, razzing him further. Nah, and here I thought you like follow me around like a... He grabbed and flipped me over so fast my head was spinning. He had one hand pinning my wrists together, his other holding me by the neck.
Let me make one thing clear, pup. Between you and me, I'm the alpha. Call me a puppy again and trust me you'll find out the hard way you stand on the pecking order.
Tyson let me get back up, arm around my shoulder while he checked his phone. It wasn't the first time he'd pinned me down like that, and it wasn't the first time I'd razzed him about being a puppy. It was honestly in good fun. He learned where the boundaries were after the first time I kicked him in the balls when he went too far.
I might go work out. Might take a nap. You want to do anything?
A nap sounds alright, actually. Once more I was pulled down onto the bed, forced into being a little spoon.
I'll set an alarm so we can get up for dinner.
I could have napped on my own, you know.
Oh, well, you can fuck off then if you want.
Tyson began to push me off the bed, but I clung to whatever I could. Hey, wait, I take it back. Tyson did stop pushing, but shifted his hands down to my waist and pulled me back into his.
Well, if you're going to share my bed, you're going to have to pay the price, pup. My way or at the very least make it worth my while.
Grumbling, I shuffled back and resigned to being his little spoon. The next moment he vaulted over me, stripped down and wandered towards the bathroom.
I'm going to take a shower.
He didn't bother looking back, instead opting to give me a view of his ass as he disappeared into the adjoining bathroom. Next thing I remember is waking up to him laying next to me, playing on his phone just before it was time for dinner. When it was time for dinner, rather than file into the dining room, we all gathered into the room we knew was the rec room. We're having dinner in here, right? That's right. Do I want to know why? Why can't we just do it because it's fun? Okay, I get it. Just, I don't know. Well, what's there to get? The evening was still damp from what I could tell, having clearly favoured getting to dinner on time rather than drying properly. Pizza, movie, and then after a hot tub.
Yes, this is happening sooner than I thought.
I swear this has nothing to do with me, Ty. This is all Orlando.
Well, alright. Guess we're not getting all buddy-buddy too.
I looked around and it seemed as though Sal had settled himself into a beanbag, with Dean milling around for one of his own. Ty bumped me on the shoulder, leaning close to my ear, putting the hairs on the back of my neck on edge.
Maybe we should find a spot to get cosy together.
The words were no sooner out of his mouth than I noticed Dean staring daggers at him. Ty just picked a spot and pulled out his phone, Dean still trying to melt his target as he had laser eyes. Well, this is a bit cosy, isn't it? You're telling me. I just thought we needed it, is all. Well, it's not a bad idea. We are on vacation, after all. That's what I was thinking. Nothing beats just hanging around on a comfy beanbag with a good pizza, either. Well, I'm guessing we had to decide on a movie, too, given how things are set up. Oh, not yet. I was just going to make sure everyone had food before we can go through the list together. Seems like a decent way to go about it, even though apparently Marlowe doesn't agree. Shame Roswell can't join us, though. Understandable given we went through, though. I can only imagine how rough he must feel. Still, we'll make it up to him soon. We haven't been here a week yet, and we've got the rest of the month to go. Orlando left to go get dinner, and I was left with a choice of who to sit next to. That's Ty's route. Let's sit next to him.
Hey, pup.
Hey, this seat taken?
Yep. Well, it was anyway. You're there now, so I guess I'm stuck with you.
I gave Ty a look, and he just grinned back. Well, maybe I didn't want to sit next to a mutt like you anyway, but here we are. I caught the twitch of his tail.
Well, the bitch has balls.
Ty reached over and put me in a headlock, grinding a knuckle into my head.
Hey, quit it. Say uncle.
He stopped, whispering in my ear in the most sickeningly teasing tone.
No, say daddy.
What? He ground his knuckle in again, hard, enough to make me cry out, just enough to draw attention from Dean at the very least. He wasn't going to quit, so please stop.
Say it.
Daddy. And he let go immediately, throwing his hands over completely innocent. I got a glimpse of Dean looking mortified over what happened.
Yeah, I'll be fine, pup. Tell me what sort of movie you want to watch while we wait on this food.
Movie? I guess I'll be fine with whatever. What about you?
Me? Huh? Action flicks are good, I guess. Can't go wrong with a good horror film, too.
Horror? Really?
Yeah. To be honest, I hope we get to watch one with Orlando in the room. I reckon he'd scream real good.
We talked among ourselves a little while longer before Orlando showed back up, trying to balance too many plates at once. Oz jumped up and helped him out, and the two of them made another trip back down to get the rest of them. Geez, Orlando didn't hold back on making pizza, did he?
I may have made a little too much. But that just means leftovers. Who doesn't like leftover pizza?
He had a point. This also means he didn't have to be in the kitchen fixing his food all day, every day if he didn't want to. True. Alright, all we need now is the movie, right?
Why don't you pick?
You trusted me to pick?
Why not? You've got some idea of what people might like. I'm just happy to sit down and hang out with my friends.
Plus Tyson?
Well, yeah, but I'm willing to try. Still, I'm going to just take some pizza and wait for the movie to start. Make it a good one.
What should we watch? Oh, we know Orlando doesn't like horror. I think romance will go down well in this one. Let's go with the action. I figured something that was flashy was a safe bet. Plus, generally, the eye candy was bound to be pleasing to some of us. At least I thought so. So I started leaning forward about midway through from what I could tell, getting really into it. Everyone else seemed to like it. It was hard to tell. The effects were good, though. When everything was said and done.
Well, that was movie night.
Oh, not bad, not bad. Well, I'd be up for doing it again, for sure. Group activities. This feels like a vacation now.
Yeah, I'd be down for hanging out again. That wasn't so bad.
Oh, you weren't that bad either. I was impressed. Maybe the things I was hearing about you were wrong. I decided not to point out that people didn't typically talk during movies, but they weren't fighting, so it was fine. Tyson had his arm over my shoulder, holding me close.
Sounds like shit like this, I'm down.
We lingered around for a bit before a few of us turned in for the night. What a day. I collapsed on the bed and checked my phone. It wasn't overly late, but it felt late enough to just fall asleep right there. I rolled onto my back and just thought about what the day held. Overall, just a solid day of looking back on how I met people, really. The more I lay there, the longer I just let myself think about how I met each of my friends, all leading to where we were now. And sure enough, Eventually, I just fell asleep. There we go. That takes us into day 6. So we'll pause this here. And until next time, have a good time.